Hey, what's up, guys? Hopefully, you guys are catching this stream at a good time. And blow it up. Hey, we can blow it up. We're good. We're good. All right. So this is almost made the newbie mistake of not unmuting. Wow, I'm so mad at myself. What's up, guys? Hope you guys doing great. We're gonna play some Lost Stream, but first, I'm gonna start every session with like a learning session. Catch some new YouTubes and see what's going on. So today we have LJ from Twitch with Harris Heller talking about. I don't know yet, but it sounds like it should be good. So let's jump into that. We'll go right here. We'll cut out some chatter. All right. Let's see. Let's jump straight to the point of where they get onto here. His streams are usually like amazing. So let's actually. Oh, okay. There is her. They had a meeting and they were discussing things. No. Oh, let's see if Hot Socks got me with a graphics card. No. So I've been trying to track the graphics card for the longest, so it's Yeah, we're not recording, so it should just be live. And I figured I'd just download from YouTube if I need anything. No, buffering. Might have to kill Spotify. There you go. And this, there you go. There, 480 should have it going pretty good. All right. Oh, am I not picking up the audio at all? Oh, am I not picking up the audio at all? All right. So,
before you can know that.
100%. Yeah, and I think that's one of
let's
the
find out
one of the
now.
big reasons why I think people struggle with burnout and motivations is because their only ROI is hoping for viewership and more views. I've always said to people, set a bigger goal, right? Like, don't make your goal, I want 200 average. Set your goal to be, I want this stream to turn into 15 TikToks, a YouTube video, or
There
a
you
Reddit
go.
post
Got
or
it
something
now.
like that
My bad,
because you
guys.
can't fail.
Or even more importantly, like I want to learn something.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
I want to develop a skill that very few streamers or YouTubers have. You know, I want to give myself an edge. I think that's a very misrepresented outcome for people when they do something new.
Actionable iteration and learning. So I sent you a
Mm.
massive message when
Yeah.
you were like, let's have a real conversation. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'm still gonna send you a heads up though, because I feel like it's always good. But I sat down with like 5 or 6 other content creators, and I was asking them who are around my size. I was like, what are you struggling with? And every single one of them, between the 100 to like 300 viewer mark, said, right now I'm trying to diversify outside of variety into variety outside of my niche, and I just cannot do it.
By the way, can I just say thank you to Corrupt Games
Yeah.
for gifting me a sub? I literally had the Prime sub button like open, and all right, give it to someone else. Then I guess this works.
And look, hey, Corrupt, I appreciate it, my dude.
Thanks, brother.
This is what chat always comes through. Anytime someone gives me like a big raid or something like that, I'm supposed to gift them a sub, and it'll always be like, I'll forget with the hype, and then someone will like be like, oh, I got you, LJ, don't worry about this. I'll handle it for you.
Man, dude, I can't wait for gifted memberships on YouTube.
Do you know much about that, or are you under NDA? Also, Ashboo, wow, holy crap, thank you for the 5. That's very kind.
I know absolutely nothing.
Okay. I saw you were in a call with Fwiz before he headed off, or a screenshot for YouTube Gaming or something like that.
Yeah, with like Susan Wojcicki.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, that was it. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, Harris making moves with the CEO.
Dude, that was pretty unreal. No, that was cool. But they didn't share any secrets there. That was more of like them asking us, like, dude, YouTube, as behind as they are on some of the things in terms of Twitch, like that's a company that listens.
Really?
And I have a lot of faith. I mean, I never have a lot of faith in big companies like that. Like their main goal is to protect them, not to protect us. But like,
Yeah.
I think we're going to see big things from YouTube in the next little bit. They've proven to like know how to build content, a platform for creators.
Did you see?
So I hope I'm right.
I hope you're right as well, honestly, because my big thing is I say to people, you should never fanboy. Like, 'cause a lot of people say they want, Twitch to die, or they say they want YouTube to die, or like whatever. I always say, like, you guys, you're small creators. You don't want a fanboy for one platform. You want both platforms to be successful, so you guys end up having better choices to make.
Yeah, you want them to fight for you.
Exactly right. And I feel like a lot of
YouTube is the only platform is the moment they stop trying. I want Twitch to pick it up. I want Twitch to get back to where they were, really bad.
Do you feel like the features they're rolling out recently and some of the things they're trying to do is their attempt at that, or do you feel like this is just more natural Twitch progression?
I almost feel like they've kind of lost their way.
Okay.
Like there are so many big things that they need and creators are screaming for that other platforms have.
Mm-hmm.
Like they used to be able to upload videos to Twitch, and nobody used it because it's not a long form video platform.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore, as far as I know. I'm still here, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, again, we've been having weird internet issues, and I saw buffering on your stream. I want to make sure that. Anyway,
look, honestly, it could end up being me, but you sound good on my end, so it's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I mean, what was I talking about though?
You were saying that there are so many things you feel like Twitch has lost their way.
Yeah, but like, there's so many things that they need, and like, and not like new, like, oh, hey, this is a cool, unique idea, but like, why should we have to go to TikTok and YouTube to grow an audience? You can grow an entire business on YouTube and YouTube alone. You should diversify, but you could be entirely on YouTube and do well. Why? Why isn't Twitch trying that? They keep rolling out these little things like, okay, nobody asked for this.
You see moments?
Really
That's a jab. That's a jab.
Getting upset at moments. Like, just do clips.
It's either that or they either do that or they release something that's like another, like, hey, we need more money. Please, here's another way to spend money on the platform. Like,
there are a lot of monetization. Yeah, there's a lot of monetization coming in every day.
Yeah, but it's like YouTube is the only platform where like you can legitimately, massive businesses, like businesses that have a couple dozen employees. I bet there are a couple businesses with over 100 employees entirely on YouTube that have been started by just by starting a YouTube channel and growing it. Like, you can grow a business on YouTube. You can't do that on any other platform. You can't do it on TikTok. Can't do it on maybe Instagram, kind of, but not the way you can on YouTube. But like, it's the only place you can do that.
100%. I have a video about doing this long term, and I said to people like, I'm not going to start doing Twitch and being a content creator long term until I'm earning like 2 or 3 times the amount that I was in my other job. And I said like, you can't do that on Twitch because you get sick for a week. You lose all your gifted subs. You don't get bits. You don't get donos. You get nothing.
Mhm.
Like, you need to have something else bringing you revenue. And I gave them the example of like in October or September of last year, I uploaded one video a month and I brought in very healthy income that I didn't have to like worry. And you just
Less than 3.
I can't do that on Twitch. I can't take time off at Christmas, or I can't cut down my content to spend time with family.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It is very tough. But that's the other thing is that I cut back because I do want to diversify. And this is the really keen thing I really want to hear your thoughts on, because when you moved over to YouTube, you chose not to stream from Alpha Gaming or Senpai, the channel, the main channel. You chose to stream from a secondary channel. And I would love to know why that was, and was this because you wanted to diversify your content outside of stream and tech?
Yeah, so Alpha Gaming was never meant to be like my. So Hair Seller,
Oh,
I don't
let me
want
get
it to
the
be
light
a
up.
second channel, and it's going to take a lot of work for it to not be seen as a secondary channel. But like Alpha Gaming was never meant to be like I was never meant to be Alpha Gaming. In fact, I kind of cringe. Like sometimes people see me at a convention and be like, "Hey, Alpha," and I'm like, "Please don't call me that."
That is
I do
very
not have enough testosterone in my body for you to call me Alpha. But it started because I was trying to start a pro Halo team called Alpha Gaming. I was like, hey, here's a name that's really easy to remember, and it's early alphabetically, so it'll show up, early if they list things alphabetically.
phone
and
book
like,
method.
I don't know, whatever. I was never super crazy about it, but we named the pro Halo team Alpha Gaming, and we did a bunch of Halo videos. None of them ever caught on because Halo has zero audience anymore. And then I took it and I turned it into what it is. I like pivoted when all the Halo guys bailed on me. And I'm like, I'll do it myself. I'll do stream tips and stuff, and it worked out. And so I mean, we're rebranding it to Senpai Gaming, but it was always meant to be like a collective thing, right? We had Sam on a bunch of the videos, Scott's been in some of the videos. I plan on continuing to expand that out, and eventually only being in a couple videos a month if I can do it right. It's turning out to be. It's really hard to do that. But it was never meant to be my channel. It was just meant to be a channel around a topic, and I wanted Harris Heller to be a channel around myself and my interests and my activities, because I do lead a kind of a unique, I wouldn't say exciting, but like a unique life. Where I just hit up my attorney. We're starting my 7th and 8th LLC like business this month, and we got a lot of projects going on. I just finished building a recording studio in my basement. Like, we do a lot of really cool stuff, and I know I could build a channel around it if I got creative and I spent the time that I needed to. And so that was what it was. I really wanted to build my personal brand and not be just Alpha Gaming, because that was never meant to be me in the first place. And I knew it would be rough. I knew I could just go to Alpha Gaming and like just own it, and that would be a shortcut, but I felt like it would lower my ceiling if I did that.
I
Probably sounds like a good idea.
100% relate to that. I'm that's what my big goal is right now. I'm trying to diversify into doing more personality content over on YouTube, because I find that when I'm streaming, I can do really well if I do like the digital marketing and the key demographics and stuff like that here on this. And I feel like a lot of people have this issue. For example, I was just on Twitter like right before I went live, and Tomshi, who's a Super Mario Odyssey speedrunner, and he gets like 100, 150 average, stuff like that. But like this last couple months, he's gone, oh, I want to do other things. I don't want to be the Mario guy. And it's so rough watching him do like 3 or 4 videos or 3 or 4 streams and like having it tank, and you can just see it's like crushing him. Like he's like so hard struggling. And I feel like when you moved over, what was the biggest reason that, or when you wanted to start diversifying like that, what was the best thing for you? Like, what do you think is the biggest takeaway someone needs?
Are you talking about moving from Twitch to YouTube, or diversifying to a second channel?
Diversifying in general to try and move an audience who's in one niche, right? Like the audience is so heavily, they just want to see you do X thing, moving them over to like your other content.
That's gonna be hard.
The biggest thing for me, like, I think the biggest thing that's helped me at least have some kind of maintenance, even though like I moved over, I was like, I'm gonna post 4 videos a month on this personal channel. I've got all these ideas, and like I don't know. Scott's in the other room editing a video. I was shooting until 3 a.m. last night, and today I have to storyboard a music video. And like I keep telling myself, I'll have time. So like I haven't given it. when we talk about my personal channel, just know I'm aware I'm failing that channel.
Okay.
but the fact that I actually have viewers on that channel, even though it's a completely different channel, it's not the same content that I make in my videos. I think the reason that happens, that I still on this semi unused channel, I can still live stream to 200, 300, sometimes 400 people, is because I put in as much personality into the alpha gaming content as possible. The goal is to not just share information. The goal is to get people to come for the information and to receive the information, feel like they're fulfilled. But while they're there, I want them to say, oh, I really like the way he talks. I feel a connection there. That's why we leave in mistakes. That's why I have Scott make fun of me with text on the screen. Like, even just
I just want to add to this, guys. Like, everything that's being said here is so true. I feel like that's one of my shortcomings when I'm streaming. The personality, how to translate the personality into your stream is like so key. And working a full-time job and having an actual social life and family is very difficult to just convey putting in that much effort. So there are times where like I've probably have skipped a couple of days of sleeping just to work on stuff or plan things, and then it doesn't work out. But at the end of the day, I've been doing this since March, and I'm gonna keep going. It's a hobby, and it's something different to do.
today, like, I did something stupid. I muted something longer than I meant to. I was like, yeah, just throw Harris is an idiot and forgot to unmute in text, like, because it adds a level of a human element to it, that makes people go, I want to see more than just his tech tips. And so that's the goal. I had a guy really get upset with me. Did you see my tweet about the comment on YouTube the other day?
No, depends on
I
the
don't
comment.
expect you to see every one of my tweets, by the way.
I
They're not
saw
that
one a
great.
while ago of you being like, why do people not search out information? And I've never seen a tweet relate so heavily to me. I'm like sitting there like the 50th time linking the same video or the same post, like, come on, man.
No, it was a comment on the microphone, the new Beacon mic, which, by the way, I feel had like, I cut that as short as we possibly could. It was like 9 minutes long, and the guy commented, he's like, "This could have been a 1-minute video. Just get to the point. Stop filling it with fluff or whatever. It's
That's
too
that one.
long.
That's a
It's
pretty good one.
annoying. Blah blah blah." And I just responded, I said, "You're annoying." That's, like, whatever.
Dude, I
and
only
just
I do like
classic
20-minute
burn.
videos.
And but like, they don't understand, like, there are two reasons we have to keep them around 10 minutes. Is one, it's just the YouTube algorithm. If we make shorter videos, we get less watch time, and YouTube doesn't push our videos as long. And so if you want me to be able to keep doing this, they're going to have to be a little longer. I'm not going to sit here, give you information for free, and then go broke doing it.
Yeah, no one wants to do
But the
that.
other reason is I need to add that uninformative stuff so I can actually build a fan base and make videos that people enjoy, more than just, I got what I need, I'm going to move on. If I can't suck people in and get people to enjoy the experience, I can't bring them over to any other channel. I can't get them to watch anything else. It's been a transactional experience. I make stuff, you listen, and I don't want it to be just that. You can't turn that into a career.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's the issue with search-based growth, which is how I used to do all my channels when I used to work as a VSEO, is I do search-based growth, and we'd always find that people wouldn't subscribe until they'd found 4th or 5th video, because people would come in with the question they searched up, they'd find it, then they'd go, cool, brilliant, they'd leave, and then 4 or 5 later they'd be like, this guy's helped me a lot. We'll stick around and hear these tips about, X thing. And I think it also comes down to one of the things that it's hard to put into words, but it's one of the things for my videos is I get a lot of comments being like, oh, your jokes aren't funny. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm growing, I'm still growing. So, and you commented, so thank you for the algo, but I don't think you can win with YouTube comments. I feel like someone's always going to find a reason to be upset, despite the fact that a lot of these guys want to be content creators, right? Like, they want to be where we are doing content, and yet they're there criticizing, being like, why are you making content like this?
Why not?
It begs the question, like, this could have been done in a minute. Then do it.
Yeah, do it in a minute.
Beat us.
Don't complain.
If that's a need, if you think that would be a better video, then do it. Nobody's stopping you from doing it.
You know, I will say, by the way, so you've always been a big inspiration to me, and I will throw it out there.
Oh,
One of
thank
the
you.
When I first started on doing the videos for Stream Scheme, right? I only had like 40, 50 viewers, so I was feeling like really like, oh, you know, maybe I shouldn't do this, blah blah blah. And it was in talks and in plans. And you said in one of your videos, the reason I give all this help and the reason I say all these things and do all these things and I'm willing to show you all my secrets is because none of you will step up and do the work required to come after me. And I was like, I could try. And like the next day, I filmed my first script.
I remember. Oh, good. That was meant to be motivational, by the way. That was not meant to be like an alpha move. Like
It motivated
none of you
me.
can compete with me. That was meant to be kind of a challenge. But I remember like Kenzie, my wife, watched that before I posted it, and she was like, "That last line, you sure you want to put that in there?"
I thought it was so good. And I think one of the things is like if that's the kind of thing that makes someone quit or makes someone feel upset or puts someone off, they probably weren't committed enough to really jump in and make this work. Is that a
100%.
harsh thing to say? I don't know.
Definitely think
I
that's
feel
the key
like
right there.
No. I mean, it's just like a lot of what I say, by the way. So I don't talk about this in my content a lot because I don't want to don't want to pigeonhole myself. I don't want to be the content creator with Asperger's.
When you're driving a Lincoln,
No.
stress seems to evaporate into thin air.
We got an ad, guys. Not a fan of this. It's okay. We'll make it through. You know, just mute. Stream beats in the background still. I should edit some, like, move this down. Also, if you're not using stream beats for music, guys, just think about it. You're all right there. Need a new wallet while we're waiting to finish this session. And also, let me title this better. Studio. Like I was looking for one of those, like maybe I can push it. Is this one?
But like Asperger's runs in my family, and of my three siblings, like it smacked me in the face.
Right.
And I didn't like start learning how to interact with other humans till I was in my late 20s. But I see things very objectively. Like things are black and white. This is true. This is not true. It doesn't matter how I feel. This is what it is, right? And so lots of times when I say stuff like that, it's because I've analyzed the situation and it's true. In the very non-competitive field of Twitch, and when I say non-competitive, I don't mean there aren't a lot of competitors. I just mean there are not a lot of people who are competing as strongly as I'm willing to. There
That's
are
bold to
going
say
to
right
be
there.
very, very few people who are willing to go as far as I go. And
Yeah.
so that is why I'm willing to share everything, because information is only half the battle. Effort is the other half the battle. And I've seen the amount of effort that 99.9% of Twitch streamers put into their content. And so if I can say that on there, because I get a lot of people ask me that, I'll answer their questions and potentially motivate a handful of people. But I said it not as a flex. I said it because it was objectively true.
It was 100% of a flex, guys.
I also think that it's good to have statements like that though, and to take things like that, because at the end of the day, sparking conversation around those things that you believe are true, some people might, some people won't, is always really important in this space anyway. So if people do get upset, I don't think it's a big deal at the end of the day.
I've had people get upset with me for stuff. It is what it is.
I remember reading the comments
always
on
gonna be the
your
case.
video about the what was it? It was a new mic that came out, and I think the title of your video was "The Shure SM7B is dead." And I remember thinking to myself, damn, this guy just goes hard with his titles. I was like, I wish I was as confident to just do that, because something I don't talk about a lot in my videos in a similar sense is that I've had a diagnosed anxiety disorder my entire life, right? So like I'm constantly aggressively doubting everything I do, and so every time I have a title that I want to do that's like super clickbaity, I pull back super hard, and then the video flops. And I saw that title and I was like, I gotta see this, because this is like so cool to see someone pull this off. And I read the comments of it afterwards, and the comments were like, "It's not dead." They were so upset with everything. It was so weird.
And it was, that is a title I feel, like I'm even nervous about it. I get nervous when I post stuff like that, because like The mic itself is not dead. It's a classic mic. I've got one in the other room and I use it in tests all the time. Classic microphone. Every studio has one. At the end of the video, I gave it context. Like for streamers, you can get the same quality microphone for a quarter of the cost. There's no reason anyone should be buying it unless it's a guilty purchase and it's what you really want, which is what you can do. But like that was the context. I always try to make sure I like give it proper context. But yeah, like sometimes. And I only make strong claims like that if I feel like I can back them up. And I did study sound recording technology. I even had my producer friend of mine in the video who is, he was working on the Killers album before he came to work for me. Like, we could back it up was another big thing.
Yeah. I just want to quickly point out that Nutty wrote in my chat just then, chat's moving so fast, nobody will know I have panic attacks daily. And then chat just stopped. And then we just sat there for a good 30 seconds.
Dear God.
Poor Nutty is like, don't all stop talking at once, guys.
By the way, Corrupt
Like
asked
that.
me early. He said, I donated, I gifted this sub because I need you now that I've gifted it. You have to tell me what equipment I should buy. And I wanted to answer that. The most expensive equipment you can buy.
The most expensive equipment.
Rule of thumb: if you get expensive equipment, you will be a famous streamer. There you go. Hope that helps.
I think it was a Nutty quote that says, "Your success is directly correlated to how many nanoleafs you have in your background." And I think that's just. I think that just really sums it up. It's pretty much perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, so I want to talk to you a little bit about platforms and platform diversification in 2022. All right. So you're not entirely in one egg, one basket, because you've got two different YouTube channels, you've got stream beats, you've got all this other stuff like that, right? As a content creator in 2022 and moving forward, do you feel like it is better to be putting everything, as you said, like you can grow a whole business just on YouTube? Do you feel like it's better to be putting everything into YouTube and then a little bit of diversification, or do you feel like maybe streaming on Twitch and doing YouTube content and TikTok content is safer because obviously things like adpocalypses and other things can happen, or Twitch can ban you, or OnlyFans can shut down all adult content? Like, I'd love your thoughts on platform safety and diversification.
Yeah, I think a big mistake a lot of people make is when you talk about diversity, they immediately think, okay, diversify to a bunch of different platforms, which is a part of diversity, but it's not what diversification means. Diversification is just diversification of types of content and ways people find you. So as long as you have long form content that people can fall in love with, like well produced content, as long as you have live content, as long as you have short form content, whatever the like, you need to be discoverable. You need to be accessible, and you need to have the type of content that makes people actually become a fan of you. So that is, in general, discoverability, short form, accessible is live content, and growing a fan base is generally your premium content, which I consider YouTube. But it can really be anything. There are people who have made their like fall in love with you content on TikTok, and they've absolutely exploded, and they do great things. Like I would say, Bella Porch is a great example of that. But people immediately think, diversification means being on as many platforms as possible. And so when I moved from live streaming from Twitch to YouTube, which changed nothing about those three things, I still live stream, I still make videos. I still have the diversification of content. They're like, you always told us to diversify, and then you moved everything over to YouTube. Like, it's clear that gets misunderstood a lot.
That's a really good way of putting it. I hadn't thought about the concept of covering all the different formats rather than considering all the different platforms. And honestly, even I've made that mistake when you say it like that, because it really is. Well, I've not made the mistake. I still do it all, but I really was looking at it from the wrong perspective.
Are very
I feel like that's something that a lot of people who are around the a decent size, they've grown a little bit and they start plateauing. Do you feel like there are a lot of mindsets like that keep them around those plateaus?
I think what keeps people around these plateaus is that what they keep doing is they keep saying, okay, what is my skill set? What kind of content do I make? How can I spread that across as many channels as possible? Which is a good thing to do. That's how you get from 5 viewers to 100 viewers or 200 viewers. But like breaking through that plateau requires something extra, and it's not just putting yourself as many places as possible. It's changing what yourself is, and making sure the product you are in terms of social media, you are the product, right? People are watching you, people are subscribing to you. It's how good is your product? Because if your product is mediocre, it doesn't matter how many places you market it to, it can only go so far. So anyway, let me if I were to simplify, sorry, my brain's going faster than my mouth.
Right, I'm loving it.
That's
Uh,
perfect. That's exactly what I need to
the
hear.
reason that a lot of people plateau is because they don't invest in themselves, and that doesn't mean just money. They don't invest their time, they don't invest their thought process, they've stopped improving themselves. I feel like a lot of streamers are generally in their mid 20s, and they're not in school anymore. They have a job, and they've kind of decided who they are, and they've stopped improving who they are, when we just spent the first 20-25 years of our lives learning constantly, and our brain being a sponge. And I feel like people are like, I don't want to do that anymore, it's exhausting, I like who I am. Don't change who you are, be yourself. Which, do be yourself, but learn to be your best self. Maybe yourself is capable of being an incredible photographer, and you didn't put in the effort to find out. So I think the plateau doesn't come from improperly diversification. I think the plateau comes from not putting the effort into making yourself a unique and a premium product, and being okay with diversifying a mediocre product. What do you enjoy? What are you good at? What are your hobbies? How can you become the best at that? How can you do something that makes you impossible to ignore? Because you can go and you can have wild dance parties on your stream or whatever, and blow people's minds, and oh, this is so much fun, this is so much crazy. But people get bored of that, and there's always another person dancing louder than you, and they're going to move on to the next person. But if you provide them some kind of unique skill, if you get their respect, I think that's the key, is when you show them, look, I am better at this than almost
Probably 4.
anybody.
Why?
Then you get their respect, and then they stay, even if your content
Is
falters
hot?
for a little
Huh?
bit, because they like you and they respect you and they look up to you and they know you have something unique.
I'll
And
check
so
it again.
I
If
think
anything,
that's
I'll
the
have to
thing
leave
that
it
keeps a
open
lot of
before I
people from
leave
getting
and
above
tell
that 200 to
security.
300 viewer mark,
At
is
night it should be cooler,
the
but actually no, it'll still run
unwillingness
and it'll be hot.
to develop an actual marketable skill.
We'll have to
Interesting.
send an email. That's
Can
it.
I touch on a small part of that I'd love to hear your thoughts on? And I know I don't want to take too much of your time, but I'd love to know about. You said there's always somebody who can dance
They never do.
more than you, dance bigger than you, right? And
Yeah.
one of the things that I think a lot about in the last 2 months, I've been really covering this, is gimmicks, right? And gimmicks might not be the right word, but in the terms of
I turned my astrology gift into a business, which I'm sensing will require getting some help on my taxes.
I'd love to help. We can reduce your tax bill with quarterly payments.
I knew you were going to say that.
You do your thing. We've got your taxes. Into it. TurboTax Live.
I'm not gonna subject you guys to ads. I'll have it in the background.
one of the things is I stopped doing a lot of that because it made it really hard to edit YouTube videos. And I'd love to know what your thoughts are on the concept of kind of having all these gimmicks to hold attention and all those sorts of things. And I'm not insulting them. Versus, kind of stripping it back for a bit and focusing on your core self and your core content and seeing what works.
I think the hardest part of this is figuring out what's a gimmick and what is just fun. Because cringe and cheesy stuff, if you own it, it can be fun. And people can fall in love with that. It can be a part of your personality. The issue, I think, comes from when people rely on it and they don't have anything of value behind it. But if you pair true value and true talent and a developed skill with some stupid hollow gimmicks, it makes you real. It makes you very human. And so the hard part is understanding. It's not so much how do I make the best content. It's understanding your viewers, understanding consumer behavior, and realizing the nuances of socialization and
I'll do
like
that one.
what do people want to see, what's going to build a relationship with my audience, and what's going to make them roll their eyes at me, you know. And especially if you look at, you know, what about people who don't know who I am and they're seeing this for the first time, or versus people who have been here for years and they know that they know that I'm doing this in self-awareness, right? Because you can do a gimmick. If you're not aware it's a gimmick, it's going to look really dumb. But if you're clearly like this talented person and you're doing a gimmick, making fun of your, like satirically, like people go nuts over it. So the hard part is understanding the way your audience thinks, and whether it's your core audience or a new audience, and knowing when and how to do the gimmicks. Because I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with gimmicks.
No.
It's just, are you presenting it in the right way?
Okay, really quickly then, someone asked a question saying, how do I trust my gut versus how do I trust trusted advisors and know what is the right step to take? And I feel like you're probably going to give the straight thing of, I just trust my gut, but I'd love to know your thoughts. No?
Well, I do trust my gut now because because of I've tried. Okay, hold on.
Okay. I'm bracing.
It's people are so, you know what's okay, hold on, stop, brain.
Elaborate and listen. Okay.
Hesitation is, I think, one of the biggest issues in terms of the creative industry. In order to get it right, you have to get it wrong 100 times first.
Okay.
And so people are so worried about getting it wrong that they're not willing to wade through embarrassingly getting it wrong and spending a ton of effort doing it wrong first. And once you do that, your gut is typically right because it's been through so much crap. The problem is you trust your gut from the very beginning, your gut's probably wrong, but that's okay. That's how your gut learns. And so I'm not saying trust your gut because it's right. I'm saying trust your gut and forgive it when it's wrong. And eventually it will, the more times it's wrong, the more often it'll be right.
I love it. I think it's great. I think a lot of what you're saying today has been iterate, learn, improve, which is honestly probably the only real actual advice anyone in this industry needs outside of the technical stuff.
Just keep doing it.
Innovate, improve, and learn. Hey, can I ask, do you still get imposter syndrome?
Oh, every day.
Yeah?
My gosh, dude.
Do you ever just like push, like, how do you ever feel like you can't push through it? Like, I'd love to know your thoughts.
Well, social media and content creation requires developing a lot of skills, and I think learning to ignore your imposter syndrome is one of those skills. And it's just like trusting your gut. Like, the more you ever watch Beautiful Mind?
No.
Do you know what movie I'm talking about, though?
I do know what you're talking about.
Slightly.
And you know, like sorry for the spoilers for like this 40-year-old movie, but like he sees there are people in his life that he thought were real people, but it was his mind creating these non-real people, right? I don't know if you're aware of that. Is that
I'm taking all this on board. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't gonna say it, but I was gonna say it might be a little bit before my time.
How old are you, man?
I'm only 27.
I'm only 6 years older than you. Don't do that to me.
I mean, 6 years could be a lot of time, you know.
But yeah, he's got like a
you got a better hairline though.
He sees like his college roommate doesn't actually exist, and he didn't even know. He thought it was a real person, and he took medication to get rid of it, and blah blah blah. I don't even remember what the original question was, but I remember I had to do something with this point, so you guys can probably piece the two together. Eventually, the medication ruined his ability to see the math. And he found out that he worked best when he acknowledged the fact that he's still seeing them. In the end of the movie, he still sees them. They're walking around. They're following him all the time. He just doesn't he doesn't heed them at all. He ignores them. And I think that's the only way. I think the moment you don't have imposter syndrome is when your ego has gotten too big. So I think having imposter syndrome keeps you humble as long as you don't listen to it.
Okay, so I gotta stop listening to it. That makes more sense.
don't take it into consideration with like decision making, but like be okay with thinking to yourself, hey, I'm not a better person than anyone else on the internet.
No, there's
a
109 people
creator than anyone else. I need to keep improving because the moment I stop working is the moment all these hundreds of talented people pass me up. So like keeps you real, keeps you grounded, but don't let it be your decision maker.
I love it. I will take that on board. That was more of a me question. And also, I just saw Blood Card Beef in my chat. Just want to give him a shout out because I'm pretty sure he's the one who tweeted, or at least clipped, me being like,
Beefy?
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's
Is
the
that
one
you,
who was
man?
like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the one who was like, hey, Harris, look at this thing of LJ talking on his stream about you. So, he brought us together here
Oh.
on Valentine's Day.
Hey, can I say, oh, is it Valentine's Day for you?
Yeah,
So it's morning, huh?
I actually got you a rose. It's a little white rose for you. So,
Oh my goodness. That's so sweet.
you said you were gonna. You said, can I say, when we were talking about the clip?
Yeah, you talked about how when you started, people were saying you were like the
budget
Harris Heller
yeah.
or something. So we started on Vine, right? Are you aware of that?
Mm-hmm.
My wife and I started doing music on Vine. There was another married couple on Vine called Us the Duo, and there was nothing we could do to pass them up. I mean, being real, they were way more talented than we were. They just,
So it's a very
both of them,
similar situation.
Incredible musicians. We actually still occasionally keep in touch too. But like when we would say like, oh yeah, we are the.
So I gotta download
we're a
the PS4
married
version
couple
and then the
on Vine,
PS5
the
version.
one that's not Us the Duo, because we were budget Us the Duo. So I just want you to know I've been there.
It honestly didn't affect me much. I took it as a massive compliment that in any way someone could relate me to someone who I saw as, hardworking, motivated, who I took their advice on board, like to have people go, oh my God, you are like the budget version of him. I'm like, I'll take it. Like, I'm fine with that. That
Sure.
says a lot of good signals.
And there's nothing saying that you will always be the budget version. You are not stuck there.
Don't worry. Look, at the end of the day, I think as soon as the last few hairs that I've still got hidden below this beanie fall out, they'll realize that I'm my own person.
You're not alone with that either, by the way. My hairline is struggling.
You rock it. You absolutely rock it, man. I so some of the other stream scheme writers and we like do these little calls and checkups on the industry like every week. And I feel like every single week someone's like, oh man, how does Harris have time to make his hair look so good every single video?
Just wake up like this, man. Just wake up like this.
Of course. Just the full twist, everything.
You wanna know, like it's the subtle things. I always put my video chat on the left side because it covers, like this side gets covered by the hair going this way. So that way when I look over the video chat, I'm not showing the balding side. I'm showing the other side. It's the little things.
I totally feel you. That's the reason I'm looking over here, so you can't see that there's nothing back this side here. There's a little bit, but
These guys going bald before you even know what.
Every insecure content creator has got that. Or like, just slightly lower the lighting down a little bit so you can't see my acne today. We're good.
No.
Oh yeah.
Look, I feel like my main thing was the diversification, and I really wanted to talk about the imposter syndrome. But I want to know from you, right? What is something that right now you are really prioritizing? Because I know you've made videos and you've talked about how the money doesn't matter to you anymore, or not doesn't matter, but like it's not the most important thing. And I'd love to know, in specifics, what is a goal that you are working on? What is like a smart goal that you feel is your entire focus or your key focus right now?
For me, or like that everyone like? Are you,
No,
are you talking about
for you
personally,
like you personally, yeah.
I'm about to say something. Scott's in the other room, and this affects him.
Cyberpunk came out today, guys.
I'm firing Scott.
You're just gonna hear something that's gonna make you worry for your job, but don't. The amount of stress that my job places on me right now is insurmountable. I told you I was.
We really expanded our family.
So Cyberpunk dropped today, and the PS5 update. Hold up, let me check if it's on PlayStation right now.
Film until 3 a.m. last night. It's crazy. I put so much effort into the YouTube channel, and it makes a fraction of what StreamBeats makes, and that frustrates me. That I don't get to spend as much time with my wife or my 3-month-old daughter or anything as I'd like to, because this YouTube channel takes so much time. And it's also terrifying to sit back and say, StreamBeats makes good enough money that I could quit everything. And see, this is the part. I could fire everybody.
Dear God, don't do that, people.
And what? And I could sit back and collect the StreamBeats paycheck and invest it properly to the point where the dividends that I make or the interest that I make on these investments could make me live comfortably the rest of my life. And it's terrifying to work as hard as I do and know that I don't have to. Because we don't have a luxurious lifestyle. We have a beautiful home, and I'm so grateful for it. The one crazy purchase I made was the car, the Tesla Plaid, and it's mind blowing. But now I've had it, I don't need it. I could downgrade easily, and we don't spend a ton of money. So like, it is not even like maybe I could do it, but like I could quit everything I'm doing and just collect a paycheck. It gets tempting, but I think if I did that, I'd be really upset with myself because I feel like I've placed myself in a very rare position to actually have an impact on certain industries that are really important to me. I feel like I could create content that most people don't have the opportunity to create. I feel like my potential has not been reached, and I just want to know how far I can go. That's the only reason I do anything. I want to know what I'm capable of accomplishing, and once I've hit it, I want to do great things with it. But once I hit a point where it's going back down, and it's not going to go back up, I'm going to say, hey, I'm really proud of myself. I did things.
So I probably have to
capable of doing, but
download the
I'm
Horizon
not going to be satisfied
4,
with
the
quitting before
PS4
I feel
version,
like
and
I've
then they'll give me the
gone as
option
far as I can
PS5.
go. And so
Got it.
that is
So
what
glad
I
I
do.
checked on
Do
that.
you think people who lack that mindset of how far can I push myself, and instead thinking of things like, I just want to be comfortable, or I just want to get to this X thing where I can sit here and be comfortable. Do you think that people who go into it, those two different mindsets, are bound to struggle more if they're not aiming for the stars to land on the roof kind of thing?
I think people, yes and no. I do think that is a limiting mindset, but I also understand why people would feel that way. I think if you are nervous about your rent every month, I mean, people say like, oh, money doesn't buy happiness. Garbage.
Yeah,
Garbage.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Money
Money
buys.
gets rid of so many issues. And so like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that money, you can be unhappy and have money. That's a possibility.
Yeah,
if
very
you do
true.
stupid things with it, but like, there are stresses that money resolves.
Yeah.
And so if someone is living a very uncomfortable lifestyle, meaning they don't know if they're going to be able to pay rent, they don't know if they're going to be able to pay food, or if they get sick, what are the medical bills going to be? And they just say, I just want to get comfortable. I think that's a completely justified thing to want. I do think it's going to limit you. But if that's all you want to do, then that's totally fine. I think, that can be someone's potential, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not everybody has to aim for the stars, and I don't think anyone should be judged for that.
No, I love that. I think that's really good. I feel like I constantly flip-flop between the two mindsets. And I'll have like 3-4 months of like really, I'll be pumping stuff. I'll be doing really well. A video will pop off because of it. And then I'll have 3 months of like, oh, it's so much work. Fuck, this is so anxiety inducing and stressful. And I'll be like, maybe I'm happy where I am. And then like 3 months later, I'll be like, no, I'm not happy at all where I am right
That's
now.
the ambition you need in your life.
But I appreciate
I
it.
told Kenzie my New Year's resolution this year was to just finally offload a lot of the stressful work and like take a step back and keep the momentum going while stressing myself out less. And then I kind of teased something on Twitter. I haven't really made an official announcement, but I'll tell you, this will be an exclusive for your chat. I'm actually starting an animation business.
Oh,
and, like an animation studio. And I told Kenzie, I was like, I'm so excited. Like, I'm starting this animation studio. And she's like, okay.
Crap, did not see that coming.
You told me you were going to take it easy this year.
Yep.
Like, but this is so cool. So it's in my nature.
One second, I'm just tweeting out.
Step back.
Just tweeting out, exclusive scoop, Harris starts, and no, I'm kidding.
Nobody will believe you. I'll deny it.
I've clipped it already. I'm sharing the clip. You can't stop me.
Nobody's going to believe you. No, that was all sarcasm. Watch the context of the whole thing. It's all a joke.
No one watches context. No one is going to look at anything other than the clip, have their reaction, and they will do zero extra research.
No way, the internet doesn't do that.
Oh, God. Every single live stream fail, everything. Honestly, I really appreciate you giving the time to have this chat. I honestly never expected it. Like, literally ever in my entire, I was like, yeah, it's always just gonna be Harris. It's this guy I look up to. So this is pretty wild for me.
I don't ever usually do this either, because I usually don't have time. I don't know why. Like, I saw that clip, Beefy tweeted it out, and I was like, I don't know, I don't have a lot of human interaction with you people. This might be fun.
Well, I was tempted. I was so tempted when you joined the call to ask you about Demon Slayer and what anime you're watching, but I was like, no, I've only got a limited number of time here, dude. Oh, it looks so good. I haven't watched last night's episode yet, but like the last
no, I
week's
haven't
was
finished.
so good.
We watched the first 10 minutes, and then Scott's here, and he's got the Super Bowl on while he's editing, and then I had to prep for this call, so we're gonna watch it after this call.
That's exactly what I'm doing as well after stream. But hey, look, if you I know you have limited time, so if you do need to run at all, feel free to hit me with it and jump out. But at the same time,
I do actually.
Yeah. Do you want to head off? I'm happy to if you want. I got more questions. I can hold you
got
back.
any closing questions or anything?
I think the closing question that I could give you, that I could ask you about, is every single streamer out there probably wants to know, just straight out the back, what is the best mic to buy? I'm memeing, obviously.
Right now, I'm using it.
You reckon the Beacon? You reckon the Beacon is your best bet?
It is so good.
Yeah?
I love this microphone so much. So good.
I feel like I'm constantly pushing new people to buy the Samson Q2U. Little dynamic microphone, USB and XLR. And everyone always says to me, it kind of looks ugly.
It does look ugly.
It does look ugly. But they're like, it looks ugly. I've only got $50. I'd rather buy the Fine instead of the thing that'll give me much more nicer voice.
Well, I mean, I've had two of them, and both of them, the USB didn't work. So
really?
I'm a little hesitant to push that one. So
I've got one that I tested out, and it's been fine for me. But I feel like that's just like, that's tech. Harris hates it because it's ugly, says Joa, one of your Discord mods.
He's not wrong. Man's not wrong. It is an ugly mic.
Well, no, I think closing statement is honestly just I really appreciate you taking the time, and I think a lot of people were super psyched to see this, and I know I was really excited, and I think there's a lot that I can take away from it, and I think a lot of my mates in the 100 to 300 size will take a lot away from it, because I think most of us are kind of in the same boat, and it's good to hear your thoughts on a lot of what we're currently struggling with, so I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it too.
Easy as. Well, I'll leave it there if you gotta go and watch the rest of Demon Slayer. I hope it's good.
I'm gonna do that right now.
You're gonna do it right now. Easy as.
Chat. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much, mate. I appreciate it. I'll catch you around.
Oh, make sure you gift him 100 subs later.
All right, perfect. I mean, that was actually very informative, guys. I don't know if you guys picked up enough, but I definitely did. Give me a few minutes and we're gonna jump into. If I can find it here. Lost Ark. So with that, enjoy some music, and I'll be back in a second. Ew. Is it coming up or? Oh, I was like, is it not gonna come up? Chill music, Reese. Hey, the now playing's working. Okay. says it's running, but then it's not. Nachos. No, I'm not crazy. We all hear game sound. That's it.
You've completed the crown.
Armin refused.
Good afternoon. And so we're back. Let me see if I get the chapter up. Should work shortly. Close out this. We'll check that out later. Alright, so. Oh, I am huge in the browser here. Somewhere over here. I can put it over in a map since I can see the map and we're good from there. I'm pretty sure I had set up. Nope, nope. Yeah, I want to say that was T we could use. Nope, no, cancel. Yeah, that quest got pushed to eventually. Attend the crowning at dawn. Go down and ride north. Let me join this one here. Yeah. Stop wait connecting. Hold up. Alright, so we're going to, if I remember correctly, yeah, it was like, I had queued the horse on that one. The voice meter looks super thin for the mic. Let's say we'll open up the map. Alright, we're heading in the right direction. Don't know if I think we did this one, I'm not sure, so we'll have to find out and follow up.
We'll be at the coronation site soon. I hope you'll do me the honor of performing the ceremony.
It is a holy ceremony. I must regrettably decline.
Hey there, Paul.
You can't be
There's a
serious.
user,
Who's holier
Carlos,
than
who's
a
trying
priest?
to join the meeting, but he's saying no one's there. So I was like, let me.
But I am. Wait. Something's here.
Okay, so and L2 is the same?
I don't know about L2. In the morning, L2 is not open. I don't know what's going on with L2. And I'm getting all the calls.
Okay, no, that, I understand that. Because I saw Jesse and Misha on there. So,
Run!
and I thought,
Well, guys, I'm here. I'm just listening. I'm learning, taking notes. I think I can take some calls, but I mean, at least I can try, but... Yeah, because I tried to leave the call open. I have to have some type of support on the call. There's nobody to support it. I have to lock it.
yeah, no, I understand you. I understand you. I don't know what Jesse's doing. I will speak to her and Bill. They should be on the calls. If they're not here, there's really nothing else going on in office for them to not be on the calls. Who is there someone next in line, or is just I see Timothy Cusack?
Yeah, I'm working with Timothy right now. I have to create an account in Animate Studios, and then I have to install it on his machine.
All right, perfect. So I will be on the call with Misha, and we'll give him some training, so he can help the next user, and I'll just help guide as needed until you get back.
Okay, so I can go ahead and unlock the call.
Yes, Misha, you ready? Training wheels
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Timothy, I'll call on you when I'm gonna send you the email so I can import it into your machine. Okay, I'll have to listen on that day. All right.
No, L. I don't think anyone is. I don't think anyone is because it looks like it's still locked and that Leslie's out of office.
Great timing.
What? How are you still alive?
Alright, go for it, Paul. Thank you. Alright, Misha, you can go ahead and take the first user. That's fine. I'll take care of that if that comes up. That should be a user calling in. Hello, user calling from 1-800, ending in 74. Yes, you're the only one on the call. Go ahead. Okay.
Armin.
So
I see
Anthony
now
helped you out,
why you
and there's an
declined my
issue with the
request to perform
extension
the
itself.
ceremony. Demons have no place in our sacred rites. You're a priest who uses all of his gifts to help those in need. And you saved my life today with one of those gifts. What we are does not determine who we are.
Alright, I'm gonna get two things from you. Your name and then your extension. So what's your name?
You will preside over my coronation. Consider it my first
Katsuo,
order
spell it
as
for
your
me.
king.
Very well.
Glad that's settled. Shall we?
C-I... Okay, so... Got it. Okay, so let me do this. I'm gonna send Anthony an email so he can follow up and verify what's going on with the extension itself. It might be a setting that it just needs to get fixed. So I'll explain in detail what it is, send the email out, and then basically generate a ticket for you, okay? Vladimir. You're welcome. Give me one moment for all of that, okay? So you can make calls, but when someone calls you, it's not connecting. 1 second, just opening up that ticket, and I'll put the ticket number in the email also, okay? In case your manager needs that. All right, perfect. You're all set. You should get I CC'd you on the email, okay? So that should help out.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day. If I miss anything in there, go ahead and just respond back in the email so we can verify and get this resolved for you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Misha, go ahead and take, I believe the next user is Seth.
Okay, how do I do that? Accept? Hey, Seth? Do I take users to pick out sessions?
No, you can just do it from here. We usually just go one by one.
Okay, Seth, how can we help today? Yes, sir, I'm trying to get my WebEx to work. I was unable to join meetings, and then I was sent a link to download a new version, I believe, and once I downloaded that, I was still unable to join any meetings at all. I couldn't create one, I couldn't join one, so I deleted all of my WebEx applications, and now I'm trying to go from there, basically. How do you connect it into this, to a WebEx, to a web page? Actually, yeah, it says WebEx, yeah.
Can you share your screen with us?
We will now begin the rites of coronation.
WebEx screen?
Share screen 1, their main screen, so we can see what's going on with the computer.
Prince Thyrain,
Okay.
kneel before your ancestors.
So you're able to join WebEx through the browser, but not the actual application?
The prince
Correct.
shall now take the vow of kings.
Go ahead, share it again. You stopped sharing just now.
As King of Lutera, my enemies are only evil and injustice. I pledge my life to defend my people as their shield.
Can you see that now?
We do. It looks like it's
Adventurer,
it's flashing for some reason.
bring forth the crown.
All right, now
How about now?
it just stopped.
Still flashing.
Yeah.
We can do logging and web.
We can, but first let's try to see if we can see the problem. So, Seth, can you go ahead and open up the WebEx application?
And with this holy crown, I anoint thee
Yes.
as King Thyrain of Lutera.
So it would never update the, it
Rise,
would never update.
your majesty.
Your Highness, please!
If you sign out and try to update, does it work or no?
Sir Bernard
So
and
at
his
the very
forces
bottom,
were ambushed by demons on his way
Mika,
here.
can you
Most
see
of
if
us
you can,
were annihilated.
Like, do you know how to
The
request
survivors
control?
are holding out at Medric Monastery. They can't hold out
I don't
for long.
Usually if you hover on the left hand side, you'll see some options pop up, and then it will be
your sacrifice.
4
shall not be in
options.
vain.
It's the second one that says ask for control, little mouse
Everyone,
icon.
to arms. We march.
If you don't see it, that's
on
fine. It might be
Medric
something with
Monastery
WebEx, 'cause I
immediately.
can't gain control either. Seth, at the you're not seeing it, so it might be something with the WebEx setting. Seth, at the bottom, there's two WebEx open. Can you go ahead and right click and close them both out? And then on your icon bar, nope, at the very bottom, next to the Skype, there's two more. Alright, now go ahead and try to open up Skype and do an update.
Open up Skype or open up
WebEx, I'm sorry about that.
WebEx.
From this moment on, our army will head to the Medric Monastery.
Does the update require elevated challenges?
It shouldn't. Actually, I haven't noticed because I have elevated privileges on my account. If it fails again, then yeah, could try to connect through. Do you know how to use the rescue account?
Rescue account?
Yeah.
No.
Not you, Seth. Misha.
Yes, I know the password. Yes. I can work with Seth to log me in. I could log in as.
Yeah. So go ahead, send him a rescue link and get connected, and then uninstall WebEx and reinstall it, and then do update. See if that resolves the issue.
Right. I believe I need to take Seth to a breakout session.
Yes, you can. So let me see if I can move the two of you to a breakout session.
Or would you just join session 1?
Seth, can you join session 1? Stop sharing and then click join.
Stop sharing, join go what?
No, there should be on your WebEx. Do you see it where it says breakout sessions?
Should be in the upper left corner, right below participants. All I have is meeting info. Can you share your screen one more time? Sure.
Open up participants.
Participants? Okay. It's not showing. Seth, what is your phone number? So I can. It's 904 502 0486. Correct. 904 502
Hey.
904 502 0486. Yep. Okay.
There's.
I'll give you a call right away. So you can go ahead.
There's apparently issues. I didn't know that. So. And also L2 is not working.
No,
Yeah, that's fine, Misha. Go ahead and help him out. I'll help out Lawanda and Ryan. Okay. Give me one moment, Lawanda, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, everyone, there was a few people that just joined L1 and told Paul that you were on the call, and then you kicked them out, and I was like, no.
I did not kick them out.
I tried to go into L2, and I was just like, it's not letting anyone know.
They kicked me out.
Were you host, or was
No, I was no host.
Was Leslie on this morning?
Nope.
Okay, so Leslie's out. He didn't set anyone as host.
And I was not going to be host or anything.
Okay, so
somebody, I told the lady that when she kicked her to get out of the session, not the
not the actual one. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Actually me.
There's two people with WebEx issues today, so I don't know if it's like a network thing that's occurring again.
And I didn't kick out nobody.
No, it's just that's what people say. They think you did, but I was like, no, just didn't kick anyone out because I tried to go back and I know L2's down, L1's
And then
up.
L1, I went in and I was kicked out.
Yes, Paul kicked you out because he said he was calling you and you weren't responding.
No, I was there, but
He said he was trying to reach you for something and you weren't there.
and I called him back and I sent him I am as well.
He went to lunch, so that's why he's not. Yeah, Belfour is doing something. He's off he went to lunch, so Misha is covering the call, and I'm basically supervising, make sure he knows how to do it. Because they're like everyone's joining L1 right now, so I would say if you've already had lunch, join L1 so we can help them out. The only thing is Belfour is the host, and I can't assign people to breakout rooms to help them out faster.
So I don't know about for extension.
I don't even know if Belfour has one. Let's see.
I think he does. Because he called me the other time. You say he was probably nobody else. And meantime, I went and took their 2 tickets.
That's fine. Just see if you can jump on to it. Let me see if we can get Belfour.
So they said that I kicked them out, man. I didn't.
I don't care about their complaints, and yeah, I don't even have a phone number here for Belfour.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
I did not kick him out.
there's no number for Belfour.
There's none.
Yeah, no. Let me see if I can get his attention on here. My audio stopped connecting, so I have to do it through the phone at the same time. All right, we'll just jump on to L1 and let's see if we can help these people out because they're gonna start piling up. Yeah, I'm gonna do Lawanda and Ryan now, so Rachel's next. VPN issue. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that now. When you jump on, you can help out Rachel, and then we'll just go like that. Thank you, Jesse. Hello, Lawanda. Okay, how can I help you? It's a little bit chaotic, but I'm seeing a bunch of. Okay, it's not there. Oh, you wrote it to the other phone. Where's my chat? Okay, firewall 1.
Yeah, what happened is that they assigned him to both of the firewalls. Originally, he's supposed to be firewall 1, but they also put him on firewall 2. Okay? But now it's closed. And so what happened is that we initially scanned the 48 email, it failed when he scanned the token. Okay? And that's how we realized that he was on both of those firewalls. Now that they fixed it,
Thyrane, playing king with his toy soldiers.
I had to go to the manage.
How dare he oppose me?
Considering how he's managed to assemble such a sizable force already.
So he has the application, the correct application. We verified that it's the correct one.
Vanquisher would be a light. He's not
okay, and then on his device, he opened it up. The camera option is there. He goes into scan the barcode, but it doesn't go through.
Which, I believe, interests you far more than me.
Ha. But you need
I am pulling it up now to see if there is.
Whatever. Those
not a problem.
cowards in the
Ryan,
West
correct?
will never follow Thyrane.
Last name, do we have?
Silva. Ryan.Silva.
Is he on firewall 1 or 2?
Supposed to be on firewall 1.
Things are turning out to be
and they put him back on firewall 1 after having him on both firewalls.
Alright, Ryan. Oh, why is my eyesight so bad today?
How are you doing today? Good to hear your voice.
I am good, just all over the place. I don't see him on firewall 1.
Wow, I just received an email. Okay.
Okay, so I'm checking firewall 2 now.
Okay. I'm glad you're checking.
I like to be thorough. scroll up. Ryan.
It is an internal transfer from Wells HP. Going to BOA.
Let's see. Ryan. What was it?
I'm sorry?
Ryan Gasawa?
No. Ryan dot Silva, like the color silver and gold. My accent, I'm sorry.
Silver? You mean silver?
What did I say?
You said Silva, and I was like, he might be Hispanic, so Silva works too. I have a Ryan Silver on Firewall too.
He's on Firewall too. Okay.
Okay, so he's on 2. I'm gonna also send the token, so he should get the email again. Send activation code.
Can we stay with you until that part is done with the scanning?
Go for it.
Okay.
Rachel will be with you in 1 moment. Get everyone situated. You guys can go get lunch. Enjoy your day. It might be Rachel. Is it one of yours?
Yes.
We're gonna have to create like a separate support line just for you. Just for you. Never. Alright, okay, so it's Rachel. I'm in like 3 different messages trying to get everyone at the same time. So Rachel, you're having a phone issue. Ryan, are you able to connect? Did you get the email one? Let's start off with that.
Going to the Medric Monastery.
I did get the email. I'm getting an FTM server, FTM token activation code is invalid 40. The last time I got this, Wanda had you guys resend it, even though you just resent it, and then it worked.
So I just sent one and that didn't work. So I'll see if I can send another one. Now, also, are you downloading the picture and scanning it?
Yep.
All right, boom. I just sent you another one. Let's confirm.
Yep, got it.
You're here! So, did my crown fulfill its purpose?
That worked.
Can you share his screen so we can get on the VPN because he has the blue shield.
He has the blue shield. Did he just get his equipment?
Yes.
All right, yeah, no, yes, he can share his screen because Misha's working with Seth on another line. Alright, so silver, your password should connect. Fingers crossed. Alright, perfect. What's going in your VPN?
No, this shield here. Oh, he's on. Thank you.
Oh, come on. It is me you're working with here. Okay, that works.
There we go.
Alright, perfect. You're on, Ryan.
Can you Skype me before you leave?
I will attempt to. I make no promises. It is a Wednesday. Is it Wednesday or is it Thursday?
It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. All right, yeah.
Who do I email against my manager and say I'm ready to go, and then wait for them to?
No, sir. I do that. So let's go back to my WebEx.
She got you. She got you, Ryan. She's like, I'll take care of everything, Ryan. No problem. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Vlad.
You're welcome.
And Rachel, your shield is fine.
Repair all. All right, Rachel, can you hear me or no? Ooh.
I'm sorry it took a second to unmute. I can hear you loud and clear.
That is fine. let's wrap this up here. Okay, so you're saying your issue is something with your phone?
Yes, my phone has no dial tone. On it says something like option 129 missing. I saw this morning. I think somebody tried to troubleshoot, or I saw it light down and light up, and like it was restarted. But it's still the same thing.
The same thing. All right. So let me see if I can pull this up. Did the phone ever work?
Never.
You just got it? Did you have an extension?
I have an extension number.
Did we program that?
Huh?
Did we program that into the phone?
If I did, no.
Yeah.
But I believe whoever set it up for me, I picked up in Boca. So I believe whoever did it probably set it up.
Okay. So let me verify. Do you know what your extension number is?
On the piece of paper that came with my phone and my name, it says 4409.
4409. Rachel, I have you here. Let's check some things. Boca. Phone keys. Do you know anyone on your team whose phone's actually working?
Some people on Luenda's group had their phones working with a dial phone, with a dial tone.
You don't know who? Do you have any of their names?
I don't. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. 2-1 no. Have you rebooted the phone already?
How do I do that?
Remove the power from it and... Well, let's verify how it's plugged in. Do you have the phone... In the back of the phone, there should be a port where it says PoE. Do you have a cable going into that?
Hold on. On the back of my phone. Hold on, let me see here. It doesn't have a little name. It has like a little computer to computer little, drawing.
That's where it's plugged into?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's probably why it's not working. So on the back of your phone, you should honestly have... Let's see. Alright, you should have... Okay, perfect. So so we'll number it from top to bottom. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So in number 2, do you have the cable from that going into a little small box?
Yes.
Okay. So that's fine. From that, from the small box, do you have that cable plugged into the left or the right side?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to pull it apart. It's because I have one of those desks that hides the cables.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to pull it apart. Just give me one quick second.
Well, before you do that, let me just illustrate what we're trying to do. So the low box should be plugged into the power on one end, and then on the other end, it should have two ports. One's gonna say to LAN, which is your home network, should plug into there, and then on the other side of that, it should be where the phone connects to.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one. So hold on, because I'm gonna have to clean the drawer. Thank God I didn't put anything on this drawer yet. This is like the third time I had to take it out. Okay, so hold on a second, because both my cables are black. So I need to figure it out just if they are in the correct place. The one that says data in is connect to the modem. And the one that says data and power out is the one connect to the phone. Are they supposed to be, are they in the wrong place?
So
Do I need to switch them?
say that once more. I'm sorry.
Okay, the one that says data in is connected to the modem.
Mm-hmm.
The one that says data and power out is connected to the phone.
Okay, so everything there is connected fine.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna plug it back in. I don't know, maybe it just needed to be started. Okay, it's restarting. Should I be looking for something specific?
It should be powering up.
This feels like the end times.
It says option 129 missing. Contacting RCS error. Let me know when I can check for that.
All right, give me one moment. I'm going to confirm something here. All right, I'm going to forward you an email, and it's going to have some diagrams and instructions. We're going to go, let me know when you have that email, and then we're going to do a reset to the phone and then reconfigure the phone, okay?
Okay, I've been checking. Okay, got the email. Okay, so that's correct. Should I go ahead and do this?
Let's go ahead and do the reset.
Okay. I'm gonna mute you, but I can hear you, okay?
All right, no problem.
Are the rumors true?
Let's follow His Majesty. Hurry! Move quickly! His Majesty is already headed for the Medric Monastery.
How's it going on your end so far?
Like start waiting for landing to come up. It's going through the process. But if I went through all the options, clicked yes where I had to put yes. It looks like it's doing something. Uh-oh, still says option 129 missing.
All right,
Oh my gosh.
so you did the reset. Now let's reprogram it with your extension. Do you see the second set of instructions?
Yes.
All right, let's go through that part where it says to unplug the phone, plug it back in while holding 7, and then walk through the rest of those prompts.
Hi, this is Nancy Wilson. Can I you? Like one of yourself, this is name is Brian.
Hold on, one moment, everyone. You guys are talking to yourself, and you both need help. Okay, so give us a few minutes, and we'll be able to assist you. Not a problem.
All right, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna. Do you want me to? Do you want to go over with this? I did the 7, and it's waiting for a yes or no. So it's a yes, right?
Correct. Hello, Lawanda. Came back and there's a queue. to.
His Majesty is already headed to the Medric Monastery.
Who specifically?
Hurry, move quickly.
Yeah, give me like 20 minutes or so to help some of these users out, okay? Not a problem. Is anyone here specifically for a password issue? And that is who? And your password is ZR? Emphasis that you're having an issue with. Okay, and she just needs to be able to log in, right? Alright, give me... Yes, Rachel?
Which number do I put here? The one in the yellow square? For the teleworker gateway? Or do you have another number that is not the number that I have here?
The 66.162?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and use the same info that you have there. Okay. And for DR, you said it was Tanisha? Alright, I'll get that ticket in one moment. Let's go ahead. Alright, her password's reset. Digital 2022. Go ahead and connect to Outlook and then let me know if you have issues connecting that. No problem. And back to you, Rachel. Were you able to get the phone?
Hold on, because I'm still inputting the number.
No worries. Get her, Paul. What happened here? Alright, I am helping Rachel with a phone issue. She's getting option 129. I'm not familiar with that, so having her reset the phone to double check what's going on.
It's restarting, okay?
It's restarting?
It's restarting.
She picked it up from the office. It was fine, but apparently she's home and it hasn't worked. Yeah, I already double checked the connection. I sent her a diagram so she can go through all that. Yeah, I had one where the user can make calls, but they're not going out. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that. And what was that, Paul? You know what? I completely forgot about that basic one. Trying to see. Misha is helping Seth right now with a WebEx issue. And then the person next in line who needs help would be the 240. Caller from 240. Alright, how can we help you?
side, no issues there. But on DR side, no access whatsoever.
So it's not opening up in the DR side. Paul, I've gotten a few WebEx issue calls today. Is there something specific with WebEx? All right, Rachel, were you able to get it connected?
Did you see the message I sent you? It has something that says enter TW, install PW.
Okay, so you're gonna key in 00.
did something wrong. How do I go back to enter it again? But
0, 0, star, star, star.
it's because as I type, the little star keeps like going to the side, but I think I did something wrong. How can I delete the numbers that I already entered?
So you have to keep pressing buttons until it says password rejected.
There you go. Okay, so it's go again.
0, 0, star, star, star.
I'm Thenon, and I belong to a unit led by Sir Bernard.
Application's loading. Book. Yes, I have a battle. Okay, so to dial out, I have to enter a number 8. I heard you guys talking. All lowercase, correct? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for your help.
I'm worried about the
Amber.
villagers.
Oh, should we do that one last then and take care of the other ones?
Adventurer, you're the adventurer Prince Thyrane talked about. It's a massacre.
We should pray. Be with you.
And it says that the VPN is unreachable. I have no internet connection. And that Netscope still says disabled due to error, and it won't update. That's the two things you have me check.
Yes. It appears that your computer connection is what I don't know about it, but anything else you want, you can try.
Can she log in through rescue?
No,
Oh no, I'm rescue. She shouldn't need a connectivity for that.
It's a massacre.
Yes, Alberto, I hear you. I can hear you. You're far away. Looks like Alberto might have the resolution. Let's see.
Yeah, I was gonna say join as a rescue and then.
Oh yes. Didn't we try the rescue account?
I don't remember, Paul. I'm so sorry.
I don't remember as well because that's what we yesterday.
I saw HR and I thought that was actual like human resources, not Umberto. So I messaged him. I was just like, all right, let me verify. I'm like, Umberto, just put your name, man. You're confusing me here.
He was chatting with me, and I was like, okay,
It's a massacre.
Password, let me know when you're ready for that one.
Go ahead.
Okay, password is going to be capital P, 0, lowercase w, number 3, lowercase r, capital T, lowercase r, @ sign, lowercase c, lowercase k, capital H, 0, lowercase r, $, number 3, exclamation mark.
Power travel.
Yes.
Okay.
So, you have this quickly ready, you sure you got it?
Yeah, so I'll go over it. Just to confirm, was it a capital P in the beginning?
Yes.
Okay, I did want to make sure that. So yeah, capital P, 0, lowercase w, 3, lowercase r, capital T, lowercase r, the address, lowercase k, lowercase a, lowercase r, and again, it's dot backslash, and then the rescue is just all lowercase, right? Okay. My to my user, it said it could not blah 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 due to error. It acted like it was disabled. So same thing though. Just to make sure. It still says no connection. I mean, the only thing else I can try, which I don't know why it would kaput, but I can change out it. Okay. Everything was fine until this update.
It should through the rescue account.
Oh man, you're still alive. Thank the gods.
Not for much longer. I'm afraid. I hoped I could see you take the crown with my very own eyes.
Is there nothing you can do?
Your Highness, it's too late for me.
Don't say that. I'll make sure it pay for this. I swear it.
A king must control his anger. A king must rule his subjects with kindness.
Because it's just blowing up the area we're supposed to.
Must believe in himself. Vanquisher will surely shine again. Use it to restore Lutera to its glory.
No,
as the kingdom of knights I believe in.
Jesse was on the support calls, but there's an issue with L2. I'm trying to connect and it doesn't want to work, so everyone's going to L1. I was covering Paul, and I was just like,
there's not much I can do. It's limited to familiar with
I never should have called for reinforcements. I did this.
Those are very few.
Damn it.
Yes, do you know the name of that one? Alright, perfect. I'll send the email now letting him know server room's running hot. They need to get it fixed. Thank you. We put in so many requests at this point, I just don't think they want us to work. So if I end this meeting.
So I have a Netscope in my public. It's a folder, but it's all like text documents and a DMP file.
Hey, that one.
I found it. I used the file explorer search. Anyways, it's on users, public, and then I found a folder called Netscope. Yes.
Paul, is there anything in there that says NS Purge?
I got something called the NS debug log. NS debug log old. That's my only NS stuff.
Hold on one second, I'll tell you right now.
I feel like it'd been easier if I could just go to control panel and hit uninstall. But unfortunately.
It says NSC purge.
I don't have a purge. The only NS I have is a debug log. I have an NT debug log and an NTSH output, a log man, and a STAU update. That's all I have.
You see my screen?
Oh yes.
Has to be this one.
NSD. Let me just search for it. S underscore. Is that?
Yeah.
Underscore unblind purge. Okay, let me see if I can find any documents. I don't think I have that file on this computer.
Can you?
Yeah, it's on the desktop.
All right. Here's the last thing we can try. Can she go to control panel and try to uninstall there, and we provide her the password for it?
That I can.
Just gonna confirm this. Yep, that's the password. So if you can open up control panel, go to programs, and then go to uninstall. If it lets you and it prompts you for a password for just the application, then we can get that uninstalled from your computer. Or else.
Okay. And I'm looking for Netscope. Yes, Netscope client uninstall. Are you sure? Heck yes. Your system has set policies to prevent you from doing anything.
Oh.
You do not have sufficient access. Can I run it, admin? No. Okay. I am boned.
Yeah, we have to replace it. I got one ready right now, so I'm gonna tell Mike to ship it, get it ready to ship it, okay?
I just want to confirm, you're not sending me a laptop, right? You're sending me a desktop, right?
I'm sending you a mini desktop.
Okay, good, because I think the guy who made my ticket to the laptop, and they're like, Amber, you can't get one of those. And I'm like, I know, I didn't say I wanted a laptop.
Yeah, I know that's fine.
Okay.
It's a mini desktop, and I just need to uninstall stuff and get it ready, okay?
It seems like Prince Thirain is deeply heartbroken. He's never shown himself like that before.
Asking me if I've received an ETA, or how quickly can I do that?
If Mike give me the ticket, I'll probably ship it today. You're probably gonna get it tomorrow.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Not really, not tomorrow or tomorrow afternoon. Let me contact you.
So tomorrow afternoon, and maybe, what is today? Today's Tuesday, right?
Tuesday, yeah.
So latest Thursday I might get it.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay, I like that. Okay.
Let me contact Mike. See what he said.
Okay.
I'll be back, yeah?
Okay. I appreciate your help again, Paul, and everyone.
Yeah, that was, I think the issue. I did not check for the purge document that was supposed to be on there.
I'm sorry. I spoke with Paul already. They're like, yeah, just go in, see if they can try again. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we definitely have to replace that. That's fine.
Yeah, Umberto's just gonna send a confirmation shortly, so we can wait on that and then help the next
Hey,
user
Mike, can you
out.
hear me? How you doing, man? I need you a big favor. I need you to keep your computer as soon as possible. They can receive tomorrow.
Sir Bernard
This is
has
for
been like a
Albert.
grandfather to the
That's
prince,
the email to you.
especially after His Highness
I told
lost
you
his
I
father.
got it. He sent a computer last week, but it was missing something to remove, so we had to replace it. Yeah, I'm doing right now. It's I'm getting ready right now. Yeah, today pick up. If they can deliver it by tomorrow, that'll be fine. Yeah, no, the problem is the computer, the FedEx level, it was missing some plugins, so she cannot reach the internet. Hold on. Okay. Don't have, let me ask for the address. I'll get it out to you. Alright, thank you, Mike. Amber, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can.
Can I get your address, please?
My address is 2861.
Can you type on the
I
text?
sure can. I sure can. I'm assuming I'm gonna pick. Okay, hold on. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see it.
And then here's the city and the zip and the state.
Sir Bernard must have been extremely precious to Thyrene.
Paul, you want to help the next user out? It should be the one ending in 9-4. Caller from 9-4.
This is Angela Bokenik. How are you?
Hello, Angela. How can we help you out?
Yes, I am on the orange 40 token, just so you know. I had some issues last week. Several days ago, my desktop updated and turned all the icons to Microsoft Edge. When it did that, I could no longer get to the Bank page or my Outlook email on the DR site or any of those things. When I click the links, they say Outlook web, Outlook apps.website is blocked
The
before
Song
you
of
touch
Valor.
dock and harm your device. When I try to exit
That
out
was
of
his
it,
favorite song.
it
Come,
says this file
we
is
have much to do.
still downloading. You might want to simply close the browser. So I close the browser. Because if I can continue downloading, I get the same error message. Okay, let's do that right now. Okay.
Thank you. You're always around. I've made up my mind. But there's still a problem.